Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Shadow Tavern. My name is ShadowFox2122, and today I'm going to be bringing you a really fun game by the name of Hearts of Iron 4, made by Paradox Interactive. So, what this game is, for those of you who know, I mean, you know what this game is if you played Hearts of Iron before, but basically, this game is a grand strategy game that puts you in control of one of the major or minor countries during the World War II period. You can either start in 1936 or 1939. So what this game, it allows you to recreate World War II or change it to however your heart's desire. If you want to be fascist France, you can. I think. I'm pretty sure you can. Or, you know, the fascist US, or you can just follow it through history. But I'm going to be deciding to play it as the US because I cannot play a frontline place like France or Belgium. I already tried and I died multiple times. I am very noobish at this game, so that could be one major reason why I failed so horribly. But with the US, I should be able to easily get all of my stuff built up and essentially, you know, lend-lease all of my equipment over to places like France and the UK. I'm not going to be doing anything to help out Germany, but I should be able to help out France quite significantly. I'm also going to be playing on recruit difficulty, because, yeah, I kind of suck at this. But other than that, actually, you know what? I think it might be a little fun to try out the Soviet Union. But yeah, no, this is the selection screen. I mean, you can pick out Italy, France, the UK, Saudi Arabia, and of course, this was a historical map. So France did rule over most of, you know, the northwest African region up here, and the UK had its stakes in the pretty much the east side of Africa. You know, Ethiopia, you know, Belgium, Portugal. All of these people were still under colonial ruling up until the end of World War II, I believe. I believe it wasn't until like the 50s and 60s that most of these places finally gained their independence, some gaining their independence much, much later. But with that being said, our biggest fear is going to be this right here. I am really tempted to play as the Soviet Union because they are so massive, but I'm going to stick with the US because US bias, I guess. Very heavily on civilian factories. That is what I was told to do. So when you first get into the game, this is what you're going to see, and I'm not going to give you like a tutorial because, like I said, there are other channels who are actually better and know what to do. But basically, you need to fill out all of these, make sure that these go away. This one's not going to go away for a while, but setting the national focus is usually a good one. So I usually like to start over here and getting all of this stuff good and going, because it can eventually get you to stuff like this. Once the war breaks out, though, I recommend immediately gunning it down war propaganda, military construction, kind of down here to the extra research slots. I don't know, it's really effective, I found. But again, because I'm the United States, I don't have to worry fully about, you know, the German invasion. I got Canada and Mexico, you know, and yeah. So this is our production screen. This is what we're going to be producing. Currently, I want to get a few of our... I actually want to start getting capital ships going, so I'm going to go ahead and build... I'm going to build a few New York class battleships, because these are capital ships. I think they might have the same. So yeah, I'm just going to go with the New York class. And I really hope this isn't too loud. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and fix that real quick, just in case it is. That should definitely not be too loud. Hopefully you guys can still hear, but for most of the game, you don't really need to hear anything. So this is construction tab. Again, any newcomers might not know this. All of you veterans will. Basically, my goal is to get as many civilian factories up as I can, while still leaving at least a few slots to build. Civilian factories are probably one of your most important resources, because they allow you to build everything, and you can always convert them. But with the United States, you can, like, just bomb it to military factories near the end. Once you start getting things like war bonds and all of that, I mean, it just starts getting amazing. So next, I mean, we also have to worry about Hawaii. So, Hawaii... I don't need anti-air because I heard those are awful. I guess we'll worry about upgrading their airfield. And maybe getting a few naval dockyards. I'm going to look at the naval base. We have a 10 out of 10 there, so not a big deal, because I think that should be good. So we're going to avoid most of that for now. Now we're going to go back to the military slots. So our naval dockyards are full. Time for some military factories. We need a lot of infantry equipment. I mean, we're going to be, like I said, we're going to be kind of the lend-lease kind of people. So we're just going to start building a lot of things. So now you notice that, you know, we have a surplus of these. We have, well, actually, I should probably go over to the trade. But what you see, we have a surplus of oil, surplus of aluminum. We need rubber. We have steel. We have tungsten. But we need chromium and rubber. So the best thing to get rid of these tabs is just go over here, pick the one, Soviet Union, and use a few of your civilian factories to get your need back. So again, United Kingdom, a little bit good. No, I should only do one factory. Okay, and that's that. So we'll get enough rubber, and eventually this will go away. You can right-click and dismiss things. For stuff like insufficient resources, just get your trade going. So this is going to be the research screen. Up here you're going to see dates, and down here you're going to see what you can research. So it's really important to know, do not research things that are over the time period. So currently we're in 1936, which means we can research support weapons 1, motorized, and then all of these special forces. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and research the support weapons, which is going to take 125 days. Next of all, I'm going to move over to engineering, and I'm going to get this, because this affects the research time 2% less, and for things like, you know, 200 days, that's 2 less days. It's not the biggest difference, but it does make a difference. Next is we're going to worry about getting production efficiency up, and I should probably go talk about that, maybe at least a little. Armor, we're going to start researching our armor. We're going to worry about M3 Stewards first, and then come back to T1s. But basically, light tanks are your breakthrough tanks. Heavy tanks are more or less defenders, but they're still kind of suck at defending. Okay, so production efficiency. What it is this bar here. So currently we have a production efficiency of our artillery pieces that we are producing of 50.7%. And now that goes up 1.7% per week of in-game time. Now the production efficiency cap is now set at 70%. Because I'm on recruit difficulty, because again, I'm kind of a noob at this game, it's increased my production efficiency. Normally it'd be at 50%, but that extra thing that I'm researching would allow it to increase by 5%. So what this means is, basically, you have a production efficiency with all of your factories. If I were to add, say, the full amount of factories, which I can't do, it would drop the production efficiency down heavily, which takes time to build back up. Excuse me. So next of all, we're going to worry about a bit of our units. And so we've got a pretty decent amount of divisions. So, at least naval divisions. We're not going to worry about them too much so far. Units are not very important. So we're just going to let the time go by very, very rapidly. So I love games like this. Strategy games have always been one of my favorite games. And this sort of grand strategy game is a lot of fun. It's really, really difficult. Like, I'm not saying this game's easy to pick up on. Once you know what you're doing, it does become much easier. But again, it still requires a lot of tactics. It requires a lot of strategy. Like, you have to know what you're doing. And a lot of times, if you are a history buff, it does come in handy, because you know what the enemy's going to be doing if they're focusing on historical. So, for example, I know that Germany is going to invade Poland, and then it's going to go into the Netherlands, Belgium, and then it's going to start just taking over France. Of course, Spain's going to rebel. But yeah, you get things like this that pop up. Okay, so political doctrine done. Time for a new one. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get the neighbors. But there is going to be one potential thing. We only have... Okay, so we got to get ourselves out of the Great Depression as the U.S., which is a little bit difficult. Well, not really. You just kind of have to research down the trees. Okay, research has been finished. That is good news. So now we'll go ahead and get the next research cap. Still 207 days, but that's, that's the best we can do. So we're going to go ahead and drop one more naval dockyard onto our battleship. So as you can see, battleships take forever to complete. So there's what I mean, the Spanish Civil War. And of course, the nationalists are going to win. Oh, this is also a cool thing I've never noticed. This is the tension that you have. So once it reaches 100%, it gets really bad for the world. But for places like the US, you want the tension to be high, because that gets you out of the Great Depression. That gets a lot of your political doctrines. Okay, so we have two more open. We're going to do our best to just pump out these battleships. Because, our destroyer class, they're getting pumped out 1.25 a month. I mean, you can build these things pretty quickly. Next, since I don't think we really have to worry too much about bomb attacks, at least yet, we should be able to just focus on concentrated industry. So when you see a sign like this, it means that you can only pick one of the two, I think. Yeah, so you can only go down one of the branches. So factory output plus 20%. I mean... Yeah, no, I'm going to go with these guys. Just... Ooh, actually, no. Green should be good. Yeah, so I'm just going to pick this. Doesn't give me the most production, but when I want to change my productions, that's going to help me out quite significantly. So next up, we have another free research slot. I forgot what we researched. We could... A good option might be... Yeah, we should probably go for motorized. We need to start getting our production up, because I want to have thousands upon thousands of tanks at my disposal, so I can send them over to Great Britain, and maybe perhaps France. Because France is, well, I mean, pretty good, but they're gonna die pretty quickly. So I don't want to send too much stuff over, because let's face it, that kind of sucks when you lose everything. So next we'll go ahead and start this up. Yeah, so this is what the game pretty much is, and I know there's a lot of people who are much better at this game, who know how to prioritize their downtime, such as now, to do everything that they need. I mean, I don't really need to worry about the Canadians, but I'm still going to send them over. My troops over, that is. Okay, M2 light tank has been researched, but we are not going to start producing it, because the M2, if you guys know anything about it, is very technologically underwhelming. So we're going to wait for the M3 Stuart, and we're going to produce a lot of M3 Stuarts. Because again, if you know anything about World War II, I'm pretty certain that we lend-leased a lot of our M3 Stuarts over to the Soviet Union, Great Britain, that sort of thing. Maybe not so much the Soviet Union. Like, I'm not entirely certain what we lend-leased, but I know for a long time we only lend-leased a specific amount of things over to really the UK and some of the other allies before we got involved. We meaning the United States. Okay, another political doctrine, another modify slot. So we are going to pick the Democratic Reformer because we don't want any communists in here. We just want Democrats. Next up, we're going to pick South America. And we're going to continue. So one thing we could do is we could try and increase Democratic support. You know, it might actually be a good idea in a place like this, because we don't really want a lot of that. However, I'm going to do a very interesting thing here and try to boost my party popularity in Germany in hopes that I can, you know, make them a little bit more democratic. And in so, what I can do is I can stage a coup. And what that means, I can basically start a rebellion if democratic support is high enough. But I need to start it much, much earlier rather than later, because it takes forever to change someone's political ideology. Which it should, because let's face it. But I mean, I doubt I'm going to be able to do that. But I'm going to try. Okay, so So I've got a few choices here. I think I'm going to go with monthly opinion. It just helps go up quite heavily. Pretty certain. I really hope I did. Yes, I did. I thought for a second I might have misclicked. But yeah, if you can see, basically, they don't really like us too much. We don't really like them. However, political ideology is changing in our favor. It's going up very slowly, but given enough time, we should be able to convert them. Of course, it's going to take forever to do said thing, but hey. Okay, next up, I think it might be a good idea to get a chief of army. Okay, wait, no, not right now. Okay, so I know there's one that allows me to get... Okay, a theorist might be a good idea. But of course, we might have to wait. Yeah, so that Omar Bradley might be a good option. So we just got a few things researched. Actually, a lot of things researched. So next up, we're going to start with Marines. Actually, we're going to wait for Marines because we can drop that research down to like 50 days. We're going to start up, so it's still 1936, so we have to be worried about that. We are going to focus... Okay, we're researching that. We're going to go ahead and get our T1 Heavies started. So, of course, the T1 Heavy wasn't a tank that was really used in the war, but hey, you know, I'm happy about it. We'll go ahead and get the radio going. And for our last research slot, we're going to go with construction. Construction will help us out significantly. Ooh, free dockyards. So we now have, oh god, a lot more free dockyards. So now we can construct 1.77 battleships a year. Which is not a lot. I'll be honest, it's not a lot, but what can you do? So I guess we are going to put out a lot of frigates. I think that might be the best option here. And we got 6 or 7. something like that. But 8.84 a year, that's not a lot of destroyers, but it does give us a good chunk. We can't modify it yet, so we're just going to wait. Let's see how well our German democratic support is going. Not very well. Yeah, I definitely think I'm just going to stick with the Democratic Party for now. Because that'll allow infrastructure to go up quite heavily. However, we are not really focusing on infrastructure right now. We are focusing very heavily on civilian factories, which are being built relatively quickly, but not super quickly. Okay, so, I mean, eventually we'll get down to the point where we can get T-95s, and, well, let's face it, I'm going to do a lot of T-95s. Maybe a good chunk of Pershings, too. Pershings never hurt anyone. As for our next, I think it might be a good idea to upgrade. And eventually I want to get to Montanas. But we'll just go ahead and get our North Carolina going. We are the U.S., so let's face it, having a good chunk of naval firepower is going to be very, very good for us. So this is really what I found this game to be, is it's not super heavily, like, until you at least get to, once you get to war time, it becomes a lot more involved because you have to worry about supply routes. But it's like up until this point, like, I can't start staging my units in France. As you can see, I mean, they don't really like us that much. We're going to improve the relations with France, actually. But, I mean, I can't ask for military access because, yeah, they don't like us at all. And I don't know how to increase this besides just sending, you know, increasing monthly opinion. But, and we're going to go ahead and get Democratic up with them, too. It's going to severely limit our political power. But let's face it, we're the U.S. We got unlimited. Not really, but I could have sworn that these guys costed way more. Oh no, those were the theorists. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and yeah, we're gonna choose George S.S. I want to say that was Patton. Yep, Patton. Patton was a cool guy. We're going to send him down to Africa. Just like, I believe he was in Africa during World War II. I hope I'm not botching my history. Probably am, but, you know, whatever. Is what it is. So as you can see, Spain is kind of getting overrun right now. Oh, right. I totally forgot about doing that. Next up, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick... Can't pick these guys yet. We're going to pick the WPA. Just to get us some extra political power. But that is one thing I totally forgot to do. Is I forgot to add a tank thing. So we're still producing enough for that. But as you can see, we're not producing a lot of M3 tanks. That's because we started a new production line. Had we modified an existing one, it would have been slightly different. But I'm a little worried. I mean, of course, it's natural. Spain's going to lose this one. Republican Spain, so I guess we'll just watch this with the extremely limited intel that we have. Intelligence. Whoosh. Okay, construction and heavy tank done. So it's really about maximizing what you want to research. So next up, I think I'm going to do some synthetic oils. That way we have our own rubber. I know a lot of people might say to not do that, but I think it might be a good idea. Next thing I might want to focus on is getting some B-17s. So we'll go ahead and research one of those. And we're going to change our land doctrine over to mobile warfare. Because most of ours is going to be tank and mobile infantry. Especially since we're going to be going through Africa, and we're just going to... Because, I mean, eventually Italy will come down here and kind of, like, demolish France. It's kind of what happened. And Germany, too. Italy with German forces. But, yeah, no, that's what we got. So what we got really is a lot of these guys. Okay, Hindenburg disaster, WPA. Let's go ahead and get some more. Yes, that would be lovely. Committee of Technology. Pew. I love the symbol for a disarmed nation. Gun with a flower. Okay, electronics research time. So, a good option for me now might to add... I think I'm going to choose Marshall, just because once war breaks out, I want to be able to pump out my divisions. Now, of course, I might join in on the Allies. I'm not entirely certain, because I do know it would probably be the better thing to do. So, it's probably what I'm going to do. Artillery, we may as well research some... We'll upgrade our artillery. I mean, yeah, this is just kind of it. This is just the downtime of it. We'll actually see what our construction's up to. Okay, they're almost done building some more. As you can see, it goes relatively slowly, which I can increase with construction 2. Yeah, so we're just waiting. We're trying to produce things. You know, we're starting to produce a good chunk of M3 Stuarts. But yeah, this game, I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's not for everyone. I will say that. But I guess games like these rarely are for everyone. I really like them because it's, I don't know, it's just fun. To me, at least. Because I like the idea to potentially alter history. Oh my god. Wait. Is Republican Spain gonna win this? Uh-oh, that's not good. That is not good at all. They almost took the capital. So, they're mostly communist. And potentially... Ooh, the Soviet Union. Nobody likes me, but that's fine. Okay, modify the government. We can probably add a chief of the navy. So I definitely think I want to get a good chunk of carriers. Let's face it, having carriers is going to be invaluable when it comes to this. I want to check to see how well our democracy... Oh, good God. Democracy is starting to kick in. Of course, it's not going to be that good. Might. Let's see here. Okay, we're researching land doctrines. A few good options might be to research these. But I mean, we're just going to be pumping out Stuarts and sending them to other countries. We're not really going to be using Stuarts. I mean, when we get involved in the war, we're pretty much going to have Shermans. Shermans and M6s. And some Chaffees. Like, we're pretty much going to go all armor. Okay, so reduced by 50%. Maintenance companies might be a good option. I'm going to go with field hospitals. and logistics company. Yeah, who knows? We might actually be able to change Germans' opinion over to democratic. That would be kind of funny. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, so Japan and China is kind of fighting each other. Cool, cool. Just like in... Oh, yes. War propaganda. See, this is what's going to start getting you out of, like, the Great Depression. Is wartime. I mean, that's how it originally happened. War was the reason why we got out of all of that. So, a good option, I think I can send these guys over here. I don't know how big it is. I mean, I know Alaska's huge. That's not what I meant. We'll go ahead and improve our battle plans. But I mean, I might send over almost all of my units. Okay, I don't know if I should. I'm going to send them back until we get better infrastructure up here. Yeah, we're going to upgrade our infrastructure on Alaska just because I think it might be kind of interesting, and I'm going to try it to invade the Soviet Union. It's probably going to go horribly wrong for me, but hey. What's the worst that could happen? Actually, a lot. A lot of bad things could happen. Okay, infantry equipment. We're so close to this, so we're going to improve our infantry equipment. We're going to improve infrastructure in Alaska. Okay, so we don't have any divisions in basic training, but that's fine because I don't really want to focus on training divisions right now. Again, I'm going to remain a relatively neutral thing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start this. Why not? But yeah, I'm going to remain relatively neutral. Just keep a small division of National Guard, just kind of watching the borders. Of course, they could come in and do bad things. Right, it's paused. But I don't think Mexico's going to try anything, especially since it's historically. I don't think they tried anything. Pretty certain. I mean, if we go over to Mexico, I think they love us. And we don't really like them. Kind of like... Actually, I can't say if that's the truth or not. Sure, why not? We'll boost your popularity. We'll use up all of our political power. We have nothing. That's fine. It's kind of what I wanted anyways. I want Democrats in... Oh man, we might actually change... No, we're not going to change them before the war. But during the war, there's a good chance. Okay, next up, we are going to go the Giant Wakes. Oh, wait, we can't. Okay, War Plan Orange. I don't know why I want this. I mean, I guess if you want to go historically, then it's going to be good. But I don't want to mess up my opinions of everything. At least not yet. Eventually? Oh yeah. Okay. 50% research bonuses. Those are amazing, by the way. Just saying. The ability to research 50% faster. Especially things like battleships, which take forever. That is awesome. You know what? We'll go ahead and... No, we'll wait for a bit. Sweet. Upgraded infantry equipment. Can't do weapons quite yet. One more year. And we'll go ahead and get... No. Again, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for Marines. I can, however, get paratroopers. Because I want to try and maximize how effective I am. Because I know that there's a doctrine, I believe it's called Fund the Navy. No, it's Expand the USMC. And that basically gives me 50% research bonus to Marines 1 and Marines 2. I think. I think that's what it does. I really hope so. Otherwise, I could just be talking out of my butt. Which is bound to happen sometimes, unfortunately. Improved machine tools. Let's get our production efficiency up. Okay, next up. Where is it? Yeah, we can't do... Oh, we're so close. See, this is going to be good. Adding infrastructure, military factories, and building slots. Oh, that's nice. Of course, I think those military slots are instantly, like... Yeah. Taken up, so to speak. Yeah, here it is. So we got to get Fund the Navy, and then... Oh, only one. So, might be a good option to research Marines 1, and then use that for Marines 2. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I want to get paratroopers and Marines up, because we're going to need Marines if I decide to go attack Japan, which I might. But if I do, I'm going to do it much differently. And I'm going to attack from the north, because I'm pretty certain what happened is we started attacking the small chain of islands from the south. Or I might just attack the mainland right here and help out China. Yeah, they don't like us too much. We don't have enough to really change anything. So I guess let's see how our friends in Germany are doing with democracy. It's getting there. Very slowly. That's actually kind of nice. So once we're done with paratroopers, we'll go ahead and research Marines. But yeah, no, I'm just preparing for war, trying to get as much stuff as I can. I want to see what our construction's doing. We're getting a ton more. See, once you get a lot of civilian factories, like, you can start just building things very quickly. And upgraded the airbase. So it's like, once you get this much stuff, it starts getting insane. Wow, we're not even at 30% world tension. Okay, we'll go ahead and do expand the Navy. Yeah, because I think, I know I can start problems in Brazil, but I'm not entirely certain I want to do that yet. Oh, God. Yep, this is what I'm talking about. So I really need to get synthetics. So we're going to start with some radar stations. I don't think you need to build them in every state. In fact, that's like probably the worst thing you can do. I'm just going to make the estimate that that's true. But hey, guess what I'm going to do? Okay, sweet. So we should be able to get oil and rubber soon, and we're going to expand that. And I know a lot of people tell you, oh, you can just trade for it. I want to be self-sufficient, because eventually I'm going to embargo the USSR and try and take them over. Which is probably going to go very, very poorly. But if the Germans and I team up and hit them on both sides, should be able to do it. Which is going to be weird because I'm going to be fighting the USSR and Germany at the same time. So they'll have to fight on two fronts and I'll have to fight on two fronts. What's the worst that could happen? Actually, I know. I could suck. Lose all of my infantry. Lose everything I know and care about. Is it 1939 yet? No, it's close. So, support weapons 2. A good option for us, though. Yeah, we're going to remain neutral. We're not going to join the Allies. Not yet, anyways. If the world... Oh, God. If the world goes poorly... Maybe? Can I get this yet? Oh, come on. We're so close. Okay, so this could be good. 3 times 50% on artillery. We do want artillery dominance. See, I want everything in this game, but of course I'm not going to be able to get everything. So I really need to just focus on things. But of course I don't want to focus on things. Okay, so radar stations do take a good chunk of time. Same with the levels of this, so... Okay, yeah, we're building things pretty quickly. Oh, come on, world tension. I just want you to go up. Just a little. Like 2%. Actually, 12%. Well, it will once Germany decides to do things. But, we're starting to increase their democratic support. We don't like them very much, which is understandable, so to speak. Ho ho ho. That is going to be nice. I just want military construction, though. Sweet. We are doing good things now. I mean, maybe not good things, but at least decent things. Okay, that'll be nice. Another 3% off. And as you can see, we got a lot of research time. Reduced. Recruit difficulty helps, but that free trade bonus. So nice. Like, that's one thing I'm going to say. Get your research time down. Okay, we're going to start weapons 2. There's actually a pretty cool mod that changes, like, the names of everything. So you get, like, the M1903, then you can go up to, like, the M1 Grand. It's a really cool mod. If you have the game, I recommend checking it out. Blitzkrieg. Breakthrough, 20%. Yep, we're going with this. And that's the plan. Get a front line, push through. I'm just going to use battle plans. I know a lot of people might say not to, but I'm not the best person at the game, so... Oh, we're gonna take him over. Probably not in time for the war, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna screw them over so hard. Maybe. I don't know if it's actually gonna screw them over, but I'm gonna try. Oh, you bet I'm gonna try. Okay, the next thing to do, again, I really don't want to make them very mad, so I'm going to avoid. Okay, Marines. Okay, yeah, they're still gonna take over places. Unfortunately. Okay, Marines 2, 45 days. That is what I want to hear. So we're probably, once we get infantry equipment 2, and once we got a decent chunk of that upgraded, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start making a bunch of Marines. Okay, decryption, we want that. so we can see what the enemies are doing. Oh god. Free civilians. Oh god. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so Colorado, you're gonna be our oil powerhouse. And send some up here. I know we got a lot of oil. I'm really doing it for the rubber because we need rubber independence, and that will free up a few of our civilian factories. Of course, we could have just built more civilian factories, but what can you do? Okay, so yep, we're building a good chunk of things. Marines is finished. Okay, equipment, not there yet. Support equipment, we're not quite there. So, paratroopers. We're going to avoid armor. It's 1939, we can get the Lee. Of course, because of my bias against the Lee, we ain't gonna use the Lee. Might not hurt to produce them, but... See, this is great. Having a high production efficiency cap, 4.46 a week, that's not a lot. Eventually, I'll get it up to like 4 a day. That's a lot of stewards coming off the assembly line. Okay, so Spain has managed to push back. That's pretty impressive. Okay, that's going to be good. Spain has managed to push back the nationalists. So I've actually never had that before. Normally, nationalist Spain takes over. I guess they did down here. But not in main Spain. Normally, this is all nationalist Spain right here. What is currently Republican Spain. That's kind of cool. You guys like us? Well, kind of. You like us much more. We kind of like you. It's one thing I've realized. The United States kind of just like, yeah, we kind of like you, I guess, if we have to. Although, what has changed? Oh, I didn't just say that. Yes, I did. What's changed? That's always been the United States prerogative. We don't really like you too much, and then everyone either hates us or kind of likes us. Or loves us. Okay, so... radar station or encryption. I don't know if encryption is actually a good thing for us. 266 days. We will wait for that. Actually, that's 5%. I mean, that's 5 less days for everything. It's probably not a good idea. Yeah, we should probably go with the Navy. Virginia class. I think that's what? Oh, right. I have carriers to do as well. Transports. Transports 2. Landing craft. Sure, why not? It's ahead of our time, but we'll just go ahead and do it, because we got that 50% off. 101 days ain't bad anyways. Excellent. We just got more military factories. Okay, world at 80% tension. We cannot do that yet. Can't do that either, so... air support. We're gonna do a lot of strategic bombing, I guess. Might be a good option. France bans communism. Oh, God. Okay, the world's about to go into utter chaos. At least Germany's almost democratic. We're getting there. Research slot, we are going to upgrade logistics. Because if we can allow them to use less stuff, that would be great. We're also... Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So, normally, you would create a new line, and it would drop it down to like 10% efficiency. So, if you want to say upgrade, like let's say, you know, I need to upgrade my infantry weapons. Because let's face it, infantry 1 is worse than infantry 2. The only thing I'm going to do, click this, and you still take a hit. But you're not taking, like, a severe hit. So I got 5 free, so I'm going to do 5 per tank. So now, 1.01 per day, and it's rising very slowly. So, I mean, we're going to start producing Shermans. Like, 1, 1, 1, 1. Like, it's fast. Okay, armored spearhead. Next up, we're going to do... Well, I mean, we have to go down this. I guess we don't have to, but probably a good option. So once the world goes into more chaos... Ooh, actually, that might be a... Can we lend-lease this? No. I mean, we might... Well, I guess they are mostly communists, so we're going to avoid them for now. But we could start, except we have to wait till they're in war, I think. Research. Oh, we could start researching the Sherman, but that's going to take way too long. So, a good option, improved artillery. So we can start upgrading that. And... I guess anti-tank never hurt anyone. Again, we're just going to be the Lend-Lease powerhouse. I think that's going to be the best thing to do. Okay, free these people. So now, I'm actually going to start building some military factories. I want my military production to be high. Okay, so that should do pretty good. Alright, there it is. Germany declared war on Poland. Sorry, Poland, you're on your own for now. Okay, giant wakes. Perfect. Oh, 50% world tension. Actually, that is a good thing. But yeah, let's just watch what happens when Germany decides to declare war on Poland. And of course, this is with limited intel, too, so... Land doctrine, we're upgrading support battalions. Infantry. We could start with this. Marines. Oh, dear God, that's a long time. So we're going to go with paratroopers. So I don't think we need the 10th Army Mountain yet. Okay, so Poland's not doing terrible. Landing craft is complete. So what else can we do in Navy? So it's almost 1940. We're going to go ahead and do... Heck yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to start getting Iowas out there. Iowas won't be as good as the top tier, but, I mean, we're starting to get to the point of... Oh dear God. Germany is slaughtering Poland. And Warsaw is about to be taken. Of course, that's pretty much how it happened. Not entirely to that extent, but, I mean... Yeah. Warsaw's holding out for a bit of time. Okay, free military factories. What we're going to do next is, I think... Yep, we got improved artillery. So we're going to add a few of those. Over. Oh, right. I should probably start lend-leasing to France so they can start using my stuff. Here, you guys can take about 100 of these. Actually, we'll go 150 monthly. Republican Spain. That's actually pretty good. I am much more excited that Republican Spain won than Nationalist Spain. Of course, they're mostly communist, but hey. And the USSR attacks. Okay, that's good for us. Giant Wakes is done. Next up, world tension is very close. We could do that. We don't want to have them drop down yet. So we're going to do combined bomber. Offensive or no? We'll... Because you see, Black Chamber of Operation, that could be a good thing. But for now, I'm going to say it's not. You know, it might be a good idea. Okay, why not? We'll make them very mad at us. We'll join the war soon, just so we can get war bonds. Because once we get war bonds, good things are going to start happening for us. I mean, they don't like us much anyways. But we're getting there. Iowa class. Excellent. We just got ourselves good things. Battle cruisers. I'm gonna avoid getting battle cruisers. We could probably get nope. The SS Essex class. Sure. So the worst that could happen there. And as far as production goes, we're gonna... Well, I guess it's... Their production's getting up. We'll wait until... Well, I don't think that they're gonna win that. Because I couldn't win it as Belgium. Not saying anyone can't. I'm sure people have. I'm sure they will. I just haven't. You know, anti-tank might not be a bad option. You can bring Toad anti-tank. Some more Stuarts can never hurt anyone. I think, though, it might be a good option to do that. Get ourselves a good chunk of artillery. Send that over. The world is at war. Tensions are high. Very high. In theory, I should. My Stuarts should give them a good option. Hopefully they'll use them. And I'm sending over a lot of Stuarts per month. Of course, I can't. Belgium joined allies. They joined allies. Netherlands. Okay, they're fully democratic. They like us. We kind of like them. They are not doing too good there. What might be a good option to go with? Support weapons. Why not? Defense never hurts anyone. Except, no, I should focus on some armor. Of course, we're just going into 1940, so it's still going to take a year. We'll get it done pretty much as soon as 1941 rolls around. But that will also mean that we can start producing the Shermans. Why not? We're going to do a bad and just... Actually, what is industry looking like and engineering? Yeah, we're going to choose these. I mean, that's a good 5 days off, pretty much, per 100 days. I know I'm not doing much in terms of the war, and I know you guys probably want to see the war. Yes. They don't like us now. Okay, we need... limited intervention would be good. Uh-oh. Could be bad. Could be a bad sign. I should probably start sending some of my Navy out to Hawaii. That might be a good option. Considering none of my Navy's doing anything right now. We'll go ahead and... look like the same, so we'll add all battleships. We'll do a group of 9 battleships, 2 carriers, and I think, what are those? Omaha, so these are cruisers. Heavy cruisers, nope. And where's our destroyers? So those are subs. These should be, nope, heavies. I guess we'll just add those. So, next up, Admiral. Okay. You're going with them. You guys. Actually, Ernest King, you don't seem pretty bad. Okay, all of you, you're going over to Hawaii. You're getting stationed. I think I just sent them all over. Whoops. That'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? God dang it. I really need to stop doing that. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, bad things. Okay, we have one more, so we'll just send those. 3.43 a day, that is not bad at all. Like, not bad at all. Okay, sure, punked, whatever that is. I thought I researched Blitzkrieg. Guess not. Guess what I'm researching. Okay, so I want to see how the war is going out north in southern France. Well, I mean, they're holding. They're holding much better than I thought when I tried. I guess I just didn't know what I was doing. Still don't, but probably know a little more than what I did. Okay, improved anti-tank, why not? Ooh, rocket artillery. Because, yeah, I think when I start making divisions, it'd be a good idea to do a mixture of medium tanks and then towed artillery, and then probably infantry. Okay, wait, North Africa, did they take that? Nope, I was like, did they take that back? No, Italy's just fighting into Africa. So we're going to have to fix that. But at least... that's not good. Free military factories. Oh. Okay, so we have 2 extra. Yeah, we're going to need to... we're going to need to get our infantry weapons up. We don't have a lot. We don't have a lot. Extra research slot. Duh. Let's go. Paris, I really hope that you can hold out. Of course, you guys are very disgruntled. Like, very disgruntled. You're getting better. I don't have any political power. I need to get myself out of the Great Depression. Are they getting democratic? Oh, they're getting there. The German Reich. Okay, we're gonna still increase our popularity, and soon... yeah, we need a lot. Okay, the S6 class is done. If I can talk, that'd be nice. 389, that's still a chunk out. Okay, I can do 243. Still good, so they're almost immediately once 1941 rolls around. We have 1 million people for potential... oh, that felt good. We have 1 million people for potential recruitment. Okay, once we get the Shermans... good to go. Might be a good option. Is it 19? Nope, that's 1942. Yeah, we'll go ahead and increase support weapons. We're going to wait, and then eventually we're going to come in there and just slaughter Germany. That is the plan, although it's probably not going to happen that way. See, I really want military access, but I don't think that's going to work too well. So... and they're dying. Extra research slots really gonna help me out here. Okay, upgrade those guys. And we can't do war bonds just yet. But we can get 3 more military factories. And I want to see what our construction's looking like. Okay, we still have a lot of construction left. A lot. It's a chunk. At least we can build 3 at full efficiency. It only takes 50 days to build a military factory, so... ooh, right, I totally forgot. I need to change you. You are going to start doing... B-17s. Can I afford that? Hope so. Okay, our next chunk is going dedicated to B-17s. Actually, I don't know if we should do that just yet, Because we could, in theory, in 21 days start unlocking B-24s. Guess we could always send, like, them over to somewhere else. Could always send them over to the UK. That might not be a bad option. See, this is what I like about playing America. Sorry, it's kind of laggy once you're going on, like, the full speed sort of thing. Yeah, they're holding out. France is doing good. And boom, as you can see, it just dropped everything significantly. Ooh. Just saying, I really want to start getting nuclear bombs. Nice. But no, we're gonna... What was I gonna focus on? Industry might not be a bad idea. No, let's focus on... Let's get our recon company up. Because we're gonna need a chunk of things to go right with us when we start making units. Okay, Turkey's holding out. Yugoslavia's kind of holding out. France is doing good. Uh-oh. Rubber. We need 1 rubber. Here. Help me out there, buddy. Thank you. Okay, Japan. Western colonies in Southeast Asia. Oh, God. Okay, what do we need now? Rubber? Right. Current exports. Why? Probably because my thing just got raided. Yeah, this is going to be good. So we're going to do that. Also, we are going to build, because again, I don't like having a foreign... 2 rubber. Yep, that's all we need. Don't know how they're going to get there, but hey, whatever tickles their pickle. Okay, this needs to go up very highly. God, it's starting to lag. Starting to go very, very poorly in my favor. I realized I've probably just been doing this for, yep, over an hour and a half, probably. So, especially for just like a test run, I'm not entirely certain if everyone is appreciative. I'm just kidding, I know you guys are all very appreciative. So we'll go ahead and play it out to 1941. And then we'll play it that way. I really like having 5 research slots. I tell you what, man, that is nice. Okay, Liberator is coming up. Alright, 1941, we're getting there. Mr. Military. Dear God, we need so many infantry equipment. And soon we're going to have to upgrade it again. Okay, 2.24 a week. That's not bad. Okay, we're going to increase more stewards. We need all the stewards in order to maintain our supply with France, which I think it's helping. I hope so, because normally they'd be kind of dying by now. Okay, so we're almost done with synthetic refineries. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think of this game if you really want it to continue as a series. I know that this is not like the most interactive of countries to play. That's kind of what it is, so to speak. And I know, like, the US is not the most, like, oh, this is so cool kind of thing. And I'm sorry about that. I do apologize that it's not the coolest thing to do. But, I mean, there's only so much I can do in one of these series. But yeah, just, I mean, let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know if you guys want to, like, have me continue this. I know you guys might not want me to, but if you do, let me know down below. Because I do enjoy this game. I think it's a lot of fun. And yeah. Just keep me posted. We're down. Uh-oh. It's a lot. Now we need steel. So, probably a good idea would probably be to Canada. Canada, where are you? We need a lot of steel. Lots of steel. Because I don't want to send any of my stuff over. Belgium's a bad idea. Australia, why not? We'll take you. Yeah, probably not a good option. UK, we could probably do that. Soviet Union, I need your help. Hold on. We're almost done with that. Okay, next up we are going to research Mechanized 1. Yeah, and also a really fun game I want to start playing on this channel as well is Men of War Assault Squad. That's more of the... It's still a World War II game, but I'd say it's one of the more interactive of the World War II games. Okay, Greece joined allies. Italy declared war on Greece. Okay, now we can start working on the Chaffee. Or Chafee, depending on how you wanna declare it. Oh dear God. Okay, so right, nope, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We're already at deficit on rubber. So why not? Extra. I mean, we are producing a lot of stuff. Minus 15. Sure, but that should mean we don't no longer have to worry about... Oh yes, this is what I needed all along. Okay, no, we're still working on those, so infrastructure might be a good idea to upgrade the infrastructure to maximum in most places. I know it's probably, again, not the best option to do that, but it's what I want to do. So I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it well. Well, sub-average. Right. We actually own this place. We have... Oh god, please don't take me over. Please don't be jerks. Dear god, man. Okay, so France is... Wow, Belgium's still holding on. I guarantee it's because of France. I want to actually see how much we have. How many do we have? Oh, hey, France. You guys want some, you want some of the good stuff? You want some of the good stuff, man? I think they do, actually. Okay, we don't have any. Oh, we have 2,000 in storage. Here, you guys take all of this useless junk. Send. I really hope it doesn't get sunk or stolen. That would be very fortunate for Germany if they stole all of it. Be very unfortunate for France. Not necessarily unfortunate for me, because, let's face it, I have a ridiculous amount of crap. Like, a ridiculous amount of crap. Okay, we'll upgrade artillery. Ooh. Dear God, I can finally modify. Oh, right. 4.38 a week. That is definitely good. So, yeah, we'll continue with our M3 Stuart line, and we're going to start building Shermans. And our next factories are going to be up there. To tungsten. Yeah, so we got 1.57 a month. That's awful. Okay. I really want to get down here, so it might be a good idea. Yeah, we really do need rubber. So it might be a good idea to just declare war on somebody. Sure, Germany. Hey, Germany. Germany. We're at war with you. In theory, we are not going to lend-lease their stuff. That would be stupid. Oh yes. Oh, this could be good. We're gonna stage a coup here. Wait, where's the closest to their capital I can get? Can't go right next to it. But I could probably go to Hanover, right? No, let's go Rhineland. Okay, modify government. Sure, we'll do motorization. No template for Shermans. Fine. Come on. What's it gonna take for me to get to war with you? Fine, while we're doing that. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? I don't know how well Venezuela's doing. But that is 1941, everyone. So, yeah, no, this was a lot of fun for me. If you guys really enjoyed it, go ahead and hit that like button. Let me know if you didn't enjoy it. But if you guys want me to continue this, I would absolutely love to. And while I'm continuing it, I'm going to get much, much, much better at the game. Much more efficiently. So, yeah, just go ahead and let me know what you guys want me to do. And, well, I'll catch you next time. Peace.